So I was just going to give a tip. If you are visiting Glacier National Park and you're going to come to the Apgar village, which is a nice place to check out Lake McDonald, I would really recommend, if you're going to do any rentals, to do it from the Glacier Boat Company rentals, which is at the very end. It is pretty amazing to me, actually. When you spend time in places that are touristy, you kind of get used to getting gouged and, you know, things being like really overpriced, and you just kind of get taken advantage of, and that's just part of it. What's really surprising though is this company, and you're about to see them, that's their dock dead ahead, which you probably can't really see. I'll show you where they are in just a moment. Right here, those guys. So they rent motorboats and I guess I'll grab this parking spot. They rent motorboats and stand-up paddle boards and kayaks, and they're right on the water. And we rented a motorboat from them a couple days ago for 4 hours. We rented one today for 2 hours, and right at the moment my kids are out on stand-up paddle boards. And what's amazing to me is they all are extremely friendly, kind, helpful, professional, and also like quite diverse backgrounds. Like we met people from Minnesota and Michigan and all over the place. Like they're not even from all here, but the management must just be really good. The second thing that's really cool is, like, for the motorboat, they charge by 15-minute increments, which to me seems very reasonable. You know, a lot of places would have, you know, we charge by an hour increment, and if you go over the hour, we're going to charge you for the full hour kind of thing. So that really blew me away. And then, like, when I rented something at like 5, I think it was 5:17 or 5:18, and they didn't even start the clock till 5:30. So they're like not out to just gouge you, even though they could, because they have the best spot in all of Apgar, because they're literally right on the lake. The last thing that's really amazing is their prices. So the motorboat was $35 an hour. Stand-up paddle boards are $17 an hour. And just by comparison, there's a place up the road. There's nothing wrong with these guys, but these guys, so if you rent from them, they give you like a little trailer, canoe trailer, kayak trailer, and you have to walk, I don't know, 1/8 of a mile maybe. So you can see how the first company I was telling you about has such a prime real estate, and yet the prices are even higher. So they're charging $38 for 2 hours on a stand-up paddleboard. So that's $19 an hour. And the folks down at the water, where you don't have to, they're already in the water for you, ready to go, they're charging $17. And the kayaks are also less expensive down at the water. So it's not to beat these guys up. I mean, they're a perfectly fine option. It's just amazing to me. This company has been around, she said, since I think like the 40s or the 50s, and they're family owned. And it's just so rare and so cool, and you're just so happy to give your money to such a great company that, you know, is got great staff, friendly, kind, professional, great location. I mean, they got the best location in all of Apgar, and on top of that, they have like the most reasonable pricing and the most reasonable policies, where they're not gouging you at all. They do have a 1 hour minimum, but that seems pretty reasonable to me. And so anyway, just normally the companies that have the good location, they just gouge you to death. And I've been teaching my children that that's mostly greed. There's nothing wrong with running a business, turning a profit, but at some point it's no longer just business, it's greed. And this is just such a breath of fresh air, and tried to draw my children's attention to that kind of thing as we travel. You know, the law of supply and demand, and location, and you know, the effect of tourism on pricing. So yeah, if you're at all interested, this is my 3rd time dealing with these folks. Met both of the managers, Luke and Jennifer, and I really just can't say a good enough thing about them. So Glacier Park Boat Company, and I'll just zoom in here so you can see the prices. So yeah, hope that's helpful to somebody who's planning their trip, and I feel really good about giving these folks your business.